Hi, this is Sneha,
And this is Atish.
and we are back with a new episode.
So, which book are we talking about today?
We are talking about Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff by Richard Carlson.
Hmm. What is this book about?
This book is about setting your priorities right in life.
Hmm. Tell me more.
Whenever we are dealing with a bad situation, a difficult person, or an adversity of any kind, we tend to overreact. We blow things out of proportion, we hold on grudges, and we focus on negative things only. Our overreaction is the only problem that we lose sight of the bigger
Hmm.
picture and we annoy people who might help us otherwise. Everything can't be a big deal in life. And if that's the case, then we are doing something wrong in life. We need to prioritize. Some things should matter more than others. When we start responding to problems with a lot more ease, then the problems that seemed insurmountable will begin to seem
Hmm.
more manageable. If we replace reaction with perspective, then we will live a more satisfying life.
Hmm. According to this author, he makes life seem so simple with no problems. But this seems superficial, right? Because going through life means that you have to go through problems.
You are right, but nobody tells you that life is without problems. All that they are trying to tell you is to learn to take problems in your stride.
Hmm.
Don't let problems dictate your mood. Problems will be there, but learn to handle problems with calm head.
Yeah. It's easier said than done.
Well, that's what we all need to learn to handle life gracefully with ease.
Hmm.
Where does stress comes from? Stress comes from the gap between our expectations and reality. More the gap, more the stress. So expect nothing and accept everything.
Yeah. Wow, that makes a lot of sense. I think Zen philosophy also says something similar, where we should let go of our problems instead of resisting with all your might. And then your life will begin to flow.
Right. Learn to change the things that can be changed and learn to accept things that you can't change
Yeah,
and have wisdom to know the difference.
profound.
For example, a stranger might cut in front of us in traffic. Rather than let it go and go on with our day, we try to convince ourselves that we are justified in our anger. We play out an imaginary confrontation in our head rather than simply let it go.
Hmm.
Rather than carrying frustration, try to have compassion for the person
Hmm.
and think how stressful it is to be in such enormous hurry. This way, we can maintain our own sense of well being. Avoid taking other people's problem personally.
Hmm.
These kind of incidents keep on happening in our daily life.
Yeah.
Whether we had to wait in line, we had to listen to unnecessary criticism, or we had to do lion's share of work. Not to worry about all these little things in life, then it pays enormous dividends in long run.
Yeah.
Spend too much time sweating on small stuff. Imagine how much energy we can save if we learn not to react to these little
Hmm.
things in life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
Learn to make peace with imperfections of life. This desire for perfection and this desire for inner peace are always in conflict with each other.
Hmm.
Always know that life is okay the way it is. Learn to be flexible with changes in your plans. In the absence of our judgment, everything is fine actually. It is impossible to feel peaceful with your head full of judgment and concerns and annoyance. Be aware of the snowball effects of your thinking.
Snowball effects? What's that?
Have you noticed how uptight you feel when you are caught up in your own thinking? A powerful technique for becoming more peaceful is to be aware of how quickly these negative and insecure thinking can spiral out of control. The solution is to notice what's going on in your head before your thoughts have a chance to build momentum. The sooner you catch the momentum, easier it will be for you to stop it.
Yeah. Again, it's mindfulness. Being aware of your thoughts.
Right. But mindfulness makes you aware, but compassion will make you understand.
Mm.
So develop compassion. Nothing helps us build perspective more than developing compassion for others.
Mm. Can you define compassion in a few simple words?
Compassion is putting yourself in someone else's shoes to put your focus off yourself and to imagine what it's like to be in someone else's predicament and to feel love for that person out of compassion.
Mm.
I learned this beautiful thing from this book that when you'll die, your to do list won't be empty. And the reality is that someone else will do that for you.
Yeah.
Some of us live our life in a way as if our only purpose in life is to get this list done.
Mm.
Stay up late, we get up early, we avoid having fun in life, we avoid living life, we just keep our loved ones waiting.
Mm.
You know that we think that our obsession with this to do list is temporary,
Mm.
that once we get through the list, we'll become calm, relaxed, and happy. But the reality is, it never happens. As items are checked off, new ones simply replace them.
That's very touching.
Always remember that nothing is more important than your own sense of happiness and your inner peace and that of your loved ones. If you're obsessed with getting everything done, then you will never have a sense of well being. In reality, almost everything can wait. Very little of our work life falls into this category of emergency. If you stay focused on your work, it will get all done in the due time. The purpose of life is not to get it all done,
Mm.
but to enjoy life. While you are checking those items off, you live your life also and have fun, have happiness, and have peace
Mm.
while you are doing all
Yeah.
these things. Always remind yourself that when you die, your you will still have some unfinished business to take care of.
Mm.
And surprisingly, you know what? Someone will do it for you. So don't waste this precious time of your life regretting the inevitable. We all are guilty of this
Mm.
obsession.
Yeah.
This book also talks about living in the moment. To a large degree, the peace of our mind is measured by how much we are able to live in the moment. Like John Lennon once said, that life is what's happening while you are busy making other plans. We live our life as if better days are going to be tomorrow. But the fact is, your best day is today. So live today, live right now, and make the best use of these moments. Love more, live more, enjoy more in this moment only.
Got it, Mama. I love this moment of our podcast today.
Another enlightening lesson that I got from this book is that rather than complaining or getting agitated about any situation or dealing with some difficult person, we should train our mind to think what this situation and this difficult person is trying to teach me. Another enlightening lesson that I got from this book is that rather than trying to complain about any situation or getting agitated on anyone, we should rather train our mind to think what this person or this situation is trying to teach us. For example, whenever you are dealing with some difficult person, try to think what this person is trying to teach you. Maybe he's trying to teach you patience.
Yeah, I was once frustrated with a person who was really difficult to deal with. And when I told you, you told me that this person is teaching me patience. And that brought out a whole new perspective, a new outlook that changed the way that I saw the situation.
I remember that. You know, if you change your perspective about something, it changes your opinion about that situation of the person, and that will change the outcome. For example, if I'm working and I'm deep into my work, and if my baby comes in the room, so rather than looking at it as a disturbance, if I try to look at his innocence, that changes my reaction towards the situation. I have found that if you look deeply enough into any situation, you will always find some innocence in other people, as well as in potentially frustrating situations. And if you practice this enough, it will make you a more patient and peaceful person. Your children teach you patience. All the difficult people in life will teach you patience. Your boss will teach you patience and anger management too.
Yeah. That's a nice way to look at difficult people. You taught me this before.
Yeah. You know, one more thing I've learned from this book is that so many of us hold on to little resentments that may have stemmed from an argument, any misunderstanding, or any stressful event. Stubbornly, we all wait for someone to reach out to us. When we hold on to our anger, we turn small things into a big deal in our head. Life is too small to hold grudges. Our egos have become much bigger than our character. It's so easy to say sorry and move on. And it's so easy to forgive people and move on in life.
That's beautifully put.
Yeah. And also, it's important to accept the fact that life is not fair. It's not fair to anyone, not just to us. When we accept this fact, we make peace with so many things in life. Life becomes so easy.
Right.
I think we have complicated our life a bit too much, and nobody else is responsible but ourselves. You know, there's this beautiful quote in this book that people are no longer human beings. We should be called human doings. And this is so true. You know, we have forgotten the art of getting bored. Being bored is not a punishment. Boredom is very productive. It enhances your creativity. Nowadays, kids don't get bored. They are always busy on their phone. I remember when this pandemic started in 2020, you were 8 or 9 at that time, and you used to get bored at home and you used to complain about it all the time. And I taught you that time that, learn to enjoy your boredom. It's very productive.
Yeah.
And slowly you started to enjoy your boredom. And then you never complained to me about boredom after that. And that's the time I remember you became a voracious reader.
I still am.
Yes, you are. It's an art to find opportunity in any problem.
Yeah.
That period taught us to be thankful for everything. In fact, we should be grateful for everything that we have. We should not take people or things for granted. Make some time in a day to be thankful to someone and make this your habit.
Yeah.
It will take hardly 2 minutes of your life, but it will make you feel very fulfilling. Smile to strangers, exchange looks with their eyes, and say hello. These things might sound like a cliche, but they make big difference in life.
Boredom arises in silence, in quiet time, and you heavily promote both of those. So, what do you have to say about that?
I feel solitude is really important. People who are not comfortable with their silence, I can't trust them. I know so many people who are always looking for noise and people around. And the moment they are alone, they just want to run away. And that scares me. Though I must add that one must become people's person, but they should also learn to be comfortable with themselves. That's the right balance we all should look for.
What else should we do to become better versions of ourselves?
So many things. We all are work in progress.
Yeah, but what are the key values that we should work on?
Hmm. Try to be a better listener and practice random acts of kindness.
Mm.
Learn to look beyond the behavior and try to look at the intent.
Mm. One more thing you constantly say is to choose your battle wisely.
Yeah, when your goals are big, you can't spend your time dealing with small fights. Make the best use of your time. Avoid the fights that's not worth your energy.
Got it. What's one key lesson that I should take away from the book?
There is one chapter in the book named Practice Being the Eye of the Storm. The eye of the storm is that specific spot in the center of a hurricane or tornado that is extremely calm, almost isolated from the frenzy of the activity. Everything around the center is violent and turbulent, but the center remains peaceful.
Mm.
How nice it would be if we human beings can also be calm and serene in the moment of chaos, in the eye of the storm. There are so many small lessons in the book. I highly recommend this book to anyone who is always stressed out, including myself. This is one must read book for the hyper stressed people.
Yeah.
On this note, we bid you goodbye for today. Till we meet again, live life with gratitude and keep reading.
Moms are always right. Live life with gratitude and keep reading. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support motivates us to work harder. Please do show us some encouragement. This is Atik signing off. We'll see you next weekend.